Well, welcome once again to I'm the Good Thing, the podcast. Now, this is the place where we unpack life wisdom. We pray, we affirm, and most of all, we discover our true beauty, our worth, and our power. I'm Denise Taylor, and I'm all about helping women build a life they love. And that begins with us believing everything good about who God created us to be. Now, I help women break through everything standing in their way, get what they secretly want, and prioritize themselves, their success, and their happiness. I want you to know you can be your own priority. Now, this is the place where we get energized in a God kind of way as we see ourselves the way God sees us. And let me tell you, sis, you are good. Today's life wisdom is this: knowing our worth ensures our choices and decisions align with our values. When that happens, we experience fulfillment. Now, when I was thinking about this, I'll have to tell you, it was this one little phrase that came to mind. I grew up in the 70s, which means that I've got some old isms. And one of the ones that we used to say way back then is, I am somebody because God don't make no junk. I don't know if you've ever heard that before, but that's immediately what came to mind. And boy, do I ever wished I would have truly believed it, even when I was saying it as a kid. You see, one of the things that has plagued me for many years is doubting my value. Yes, I was successful. And yes, I looked successful. And yes, I had successful experiences. But even with all of that, I still struggled with self-worth. And if I would have only believed what we used to say as kids, that I am somebody because God don't make no junk, I would be light years ahead. You see, one of the things that warred against that thinking were my experiences. I had some life experiences that made me believe I was unworthy. It made my self-esteem low. And as a result, many of my choices and decisions reflected that. So just like the life wisdom today says that when we know our worth, our choices and decisions will align with that. The same is true when we don't. When we don't know our worth, when we don't have an understanding of our value, we begin to make choices and decisions that are not necessarily for our good. And so working on our self-esteem, working on seeing ourselves the way that God sees us is a very important journey, because everything else will fall in line with how you see yourself. And for me, as I try to overcome all of that stinking thinking, the one thing that I found to work the best was going back to, who did God say I was? How did he create me? And can that truth stand against every lie that I once believed? In taking this journey, I have discovered it indeed can. And it's one of the reasons why I show up on this platform reminding you that you are the good thing. You see, when God created you, he called you good. And he has such incredible things to talk about when it came to you. He would talk about your beauty. He would talk about what you could do. He would talk about what you could accomplish. And he would talk about your future. All of it was better than anything you could ever imagine. And maybe your experiences were like mine, where it tainted your view of you. But I want to remind you what they used to say to me as a little girl: you are somebody because God don't make no junk. And when you begin to believe that, your choices and your decisions will align with that. And I want you to know that you truly are the good thing. Thanks for connecting with me today. If this was a help to you, apply what stood out most to your life. Now, if you're ready to make yourself a priority, get what you secretly want, and experience success on your own terms. I invite you to book a call with me. You can access my calendar at www.callwithdenise.live to see how I can help. Now be sure to subscribe so you can meet me here next time and share this with someone else. Keep seeing yourself the way God sees you. After all, you are the good thing. And check out I'mTheGoodThing.com for all sorts of good stuff. And I'll see you next time.